Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's Crush It in Sales podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet. I'm a sales strategy and success coach, and I am so grateful you decided to listen to the podcast this week. First of all, I want to commend everyone that did listen to last week's podcast. Everyone needs a coach because the numbers were great. So thank you. And I hope you got something out of it. I loved recording it. So, and as my Facebook and Instagram says, I kind of went for the jugular. So some of you may be thinking it was a little polarizing, but you know what? If you don't take a stand and say what you know to be true and think and feel and have thoughts any way you wish to slice it, podcasts can be pretty boring. So anywho, this week I want to talk about goals and checking in on your goals. Goodness. Do you have goals? And have you been checking in on them? Because it's going to be July in a few days with this coming out on a Wednesday. And I've been doing these workshops with Southwestern, which I really love doing. And it's come to me when I sit and think about how they went and I go through my notes and I think, what did I miss? What did I definitely feel I did a good job with? What could I have done better with? I sometimes get this vibe from people in the audience, either live and sometimes even on Zoom, that they don't have any goals. They didn't set any goals, or they're not even thinking about their goals. So maybe they set them because, it's all the rage whenever there's a new year to set some goals. But, are they even thinking about them? And, now it's halfway through the year. That's what inspired me to do this podcast today. And often we set goals and something pops up and we put our goals on the back burner. And I've had this happen to me this year. So I thought I would share this quick little story. If you follow me on my other podcast, The Good Karma Success Coach, you know that once a month I podcast with my 16-year-old niece, Sienna. And it's going to be a year this month that we've been doing that together. And it's been an amazing experience on so many levels. She wants to be a writer. So in January, she started writing on Medium. I also write on Medium. And we decided to write a book together this year. And I thought it'd be super cool for her to be a published author when she was 16. So that is the goal, to get this book done this year. And what ended up happening was I had to put it on the back burner because of things I had going on in the spring. And also she was busy trying to understand, should she switch jobs? And she's, still in high school. So timing wise, I was like, let's put it on the back burner till you get done with school and we get into the month of June. It could be so easy to continue to delay or quite frankly, just not do it, which is what the bulk of people do. They either delay or they just forget about it. They just move on and they never, ever do it. But I was like, no, you know what? This is a really big goal. I'm super excited about it. So is she. She kept saying that she was committed to doing it. So I knew it wasn't like me trying to push her to do it. She really wants to do it. And often she'd ask, hey, are we still doing our book? So I knew that she was definitely in. And so we came up with a plan a couple weeks ago that, we're 2 months short, I guess you could say, in the timeline that I have in my brain to get this all done. But we sat down together over Zoom and we mapped it out. And I was like, took out the calculator. And I was like, these are the activities we need to do every week in order to hit this target, in order to give the draft to the editor and then give the book to the people that can format it for Amazon. And because I've already released 2 books on my own last year, Life and Love Lessons and Confidence Mastery for Couples on Amazon, that, I was like, I know what to do in terms of timelines and we can get it done. And she was like, yep, we can get this done. So we didn't give up on our goals, even though we had a little bit of a delay, right? So that's what I want to inspire you to do today, is if you're one of these people that are listening to the podcast and you're like, yeah, gosh, I kind of forgot I wanted to get that done this year. I kind of forgot I wanted to accomplish this. Get on it. Get on it. Figure out a way to do it. And oftentimes it's just about time management. Really, that's what things boil down to, is time management. So if you haven't listened to my other 3 episodes on time management, definitely go listen, 138, 139, and 140. Because you just look at your calendar, grab a old-fashioned pencil, pen, pad of paper, and sit down and figure it out. Like, we worked backwards. I knew I wanted to have it released by November, which is when it's the Miami Book Fair, and it's going to be a great gift for the holiday season. So I backed that up. How much time do I need? Then how much time do I need? Then how much time do I need? And then we divided the chapters by the number of weeks, literally. Like, I'm not a rocket scientist, people. Like, I'm really not. Like, I took out the calculator and my calendar and was like, okay, this is what we're looking at. Sienna, does this sound like okay to you? She's like, yep, this sounds okay to me. I'm like, okay, it sounds okay to me. Because even if some weekends are tighter, I'll make it up. I'll get it done. Like, I know what we need to do. So I was a little more concerned about her and her schedule than mine. But yeah, you can figure it out. You can. So don't delay on your goals. Don't just put it off and think, oh, I'll do it next year. If you have to push through some fear, push through the fear. If you have to get uncomfortable, get uncomfortable. You will find out that it's okay. Like, it will work out. You'll be so proud of yourself, which is the best type of pride you can have. Like, think about it. Like, when you're proud of yourself, isn't that even bigger? Isn't that feeling even more amazing than when someone goes, oh, I'm so proud of you? Like, no, it's amazing when you are proud of yourself. So when you know that you're like, you know what, I was going to give up on this goal for the year, but I figured it out and I made it happen, and you did the work and you put it together, like, oh, that feeling is just like no other. You will always remember that. You will always, whenever you look at whatever it is that you accomplished, just have that amazing sense of pride that you figured it out and you got it done, even though you kind of were probably going to give up on it, right? And if you need help with this, this is where having a one-on-one coach is so, so essential, whether it's me, one of the Southwestern consulting coaches, or another coach. It doesn't freaking matter. Find someone to help you, or a really strong mentor. Like, if you're like, I need a little help. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to put a book together. I don't know how to do social media, and I've been wanting to get on social media. Whatever your goals are, there are people out there that can help you. So you don't have to do it alone, and you can still be proud of yourself for figuring it out, right? So it's really, really, really important that if you do need help, that you also reach out and get that help. So we are on track. We are so excited. I'll be sharing more about it on our next podcast together in a couple weeks on the Good Karma Success Coach. And then Ryan and I are going to record our monthly episode together on the Good Karma Success Coach in a couple days before July 3rd, obviously, because that's when that would come out. And I'm going to take this goal-setting conversation to the next level and share with you on that podcast how, Ryan and I approached our goals 13 years ago, because we've been in the Keys almost 13 years. And that was a very scary time. If you don't know us, you probably have no idea what we've been through. It's kind of insane. But we're going to share a little bit on that podcast about taking your goal setting to the next level. But I wanted to keep them separate, because, again, a lot of people just don't even set goals. Basic 101, don't set goals or don't keep track of them and keep on them throughout the year. So hence, that's why that's on this podcast. And then next level energetic conversation will be on the Good Karma Success Coach podcast. So check both of them out. I love kind of comparing my data, my stats. I went to merge my words together. My stats between the two and kind of race the two podcasts is kind of fun for me. So definitely check that one out too. Until next time, feel free to connect. I will put my information in the show notes, one-on-one coaching, workshops for your team, or just connecting with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. That's where I hang out. I would love to hear from you. And until next week, I hope you crush it in sales. And you know what? Let's take it to this level too. I hope you crush your goals. Thanks for listening.